y'all? It's your girl Trinity Amanda, and I am back with another video. I just want to thank everybody for being patient with me. I know I keep going in and out of a little hiatus, but life has just been really busy lately for me. I've just been super busy working a new job at the hospital, just trying to figure out how life has been for me after college, which actually brings me to the point of this video. What life is like really after college. This is, at least I want to say, my truth instead of the truth, because I think everybody has different experience post-graduation from undergraduate studies. And I just want to tell a little bit about my experiences of transitioning back into the real world and being an adult with a degree. So I'm coming to you today just to kind of give like a little bit of insight as like my experiences and some things that like you may expect to happen to you once you graduate from college. So without further ado, let's get into it. Obviously, want to start with the good that comes with like graduating college and transitioning out and back into the real world. So I graduated earlier this year, May 2021. And at the time, I walked the stage, but I was not cleared to receive my degree. I was only eligible to walk across the stage because I literally had to beg the registrar department to pretty much let me walk the stage, even though I was literally 1 credit short of receiving my degree. So I was able to walk with my class, but I had to write like a paracurricular paper in order to receive that missing credit. So that way, like, I was finally cleared from my degree. So I was cleared from my degree August 2021, so the end of the summer. And so that right there is a reality of its own. Sometimes you may find yourself walking across the stage and, ain't nothing gonna be in that little diploma holder, okay? And I know that, schools do send the diploma to you later, but I got mine way later than everybody else. And I'm pretty sure there were a lot of other girls like pretty much in my shoes as well. They walked the stage and they did not really have like the degree. So that is a reality in itself. So upon completion of my degree, I had to move back home. Boom. I mean, that's just the reality right there. I did not have a job where I could sustain my apartment much longer after I graduated from college. So I had to move back from Atlanta, unfortunately, back home with my parents. And I feel like once you graduate college, you're in your 20s, your real early 20s. It's like you've been independent this entire time, and then you just really want to continue that independence. And for me, I'm a really independent person, and I was loving living on my own and being able to sustain myself. So moving back obviously was like a big transition for me to be able to go back home. But like I said, I'm starting with the good first. So I actually miss my family a lot. I miss my family and I miss my home friends a lot. So that was a great part of like my transition, was being able to come back at least to us, because some people don't have that, coming back to a supportive family, to come back to another place where I can still have a roof over my head with people that love me. And I'm very grateful for that. I would never take that away from anybody, a part of my support system that's here where I'm from. So yeah, that was a good that was a really helpful part of my transition. Another thing that really helped me transition after college was being able to find a job. I did not realize how desirable like bachelor degrees are, and I know that even like higher education gets you further, like master's degree, doctor's degree, and stuff like that. But literally the jobs that I have been wanting to apply to for years and years and years now, well, not years and years because I'm still young, but jobs that I've been wanting to apply to, I am finally able to do it because I am now cleared and I have a degree in psychology. So having a degree has just been has made me very desirable on the job market. Thanks to the help of my dad, I was able to land a really good job at my state's main hospital system. I work at a psychiatric facility, an inpatient facility, and it's not like a nursing home or convalescent home. It's an actual hospital where people come and they get treated and then they leave. And that has just been like the highlight of my experience being back home. I've been home since the beginning of August, and it's December now, and I've pretty much had that job since September. So, you know, I applied, and I think just having that educational background really boosted my application. It got me ahead of other applicants on the list. And I just think that having that degree solidified on my transcript, you know, people can go look my name up and see I got BA behind my name. It's a confidence booster, you know? Like, I have a degree. I'm degreed. Okay, I'm degreed. So I feel good because that's something that nobody can take from me. Like, I have a degree. I earned it. It's mine. Last thing that I can think of right now, I mean, there's a lot to be thankful for. You know, there's a lot of pros that come out of graduating college and like just life after college. But you know, I'm just sharing my truth, and you know, I'm still discovering day by day the things that I'm grateful for. You know, life is a learning experience. But the last thing that I can say for right now that has been like helpful in my transition of moving back home from college is that day by day, week by week, the anxieties that and like the stresses that I would have that like were associated with like schoolwork or paperwork and stuff like that. Not paperwork, homework assignments, projects, exams, things of the sort. Those anxieties kind of have been disappearing, you know, day by day, week by week. And that's a feeling I didn't know I would like be able to get rid of. I still have my moments where I feel like, oh my God, I feel like something's due. I feel like, you know, I should not just be sitting around doing nothing. Like I have some type of work I need to be doing. But it feels really good to wake up in the morning and know that you don't have to log into Zoom or a class. You don't have to roll over and get up, shower, eat breakfast and stuff like that and jet to class. Like it's been a breath of fresh air, honestly. Like I've been in school nonstop since I was 3 years old. I went straight through college. And I just feel like this is a well-deserved break. Now we move into the bad. And I don't want to, bad is such an ugly word. I don't want to say bad. But these were some of my more challenging moments of having to adapt to life after college. As I mentioned before, people kind of assume that like after college, you know, you're just gonna have a job lined up. And let me tell you, that is not the reality. I ended up getting my job based off of like luck. And of course, like my hard work and like earning my degree and stuff like that. But landing a job, like that's the kind of like the first real job that I had applied to. And like I got, because I had applied to other jobs and I just did not hear back from them. But if had my father not like put me in contact like with the right people, I honestly don't think I would be working there. In general, the job search after I had graduated from college and still wasn't certain about like where, you know, I was gonna find the time to write the paper to get my degree. The job search is really hard, and especially with Spelman being like the competitive environment that it produces, I felt really hard on myself. I felt like I had to be really hard on myself, and I felt really down when I seen a lot of my peers get offered full-time positions at their like dream company and stuff like that. It's things that they had lined up since like junior year, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like junior year, beginning of senior year, they had pretty much the next few years figured out for them. And I kind of looked at myself like, well, why don't I have anything. Like, I've been applying, like, just nobody like thinks that I'm desirable. They don't want to hire me. And you know, it really, like, it played a big part on my diminishing self-esteem. Like, I felt like it wasn't gonna happen for me. So I definitely think that, you know, just the overall job search was like pretty hard, putting yourself out on different platforms and not hearing back from anything. You know, you just kind of get that sense of like rejection. You know, rejection's not a good feeling. I don't think anybody likes the feeling of rejection. So that was definitely something that was difficult for me to kind of work through when I first graduated from college. Another semi-challenging thing about like life after college and like living on campus and undergrad and all that is moving back home. Like I said before, if you didn't hear me before, go ahead and rewind. But like I said before, super grateful. I'm grateful. I don't want nobody to take that away from me, because I didn't say that I'm not grateful. But what I'm gonna say is that it was definitely it wasn't easy. I live in a house with 4 other people, and my biggest thing is like my independence. And when you kind of go out and off on your own into college, and you kind of get that you gain that sense of independence and freedom. I'm not talking about like going like wild with it, like crazy and stuff like that. I mean, like learning how to like look after yourself and like take care of yourself, feed yourself, get yourself groceries, get yourself to and from where you need to go, where you want to go, make the money for yourself, things like that. That's a great feeling. You don't want nobody to take that away from you. So when I had to move back in and kind of like just begin to adapt back to like my parents' rules, it was already kind of like expectations that I had set for myself, but you know, they're like strictly enforcing it. Like, if I wanted to leave my apartment at 2 o'clock in the morning, go on a freaking sneaky link, go to my friend's house, and come back at 6 o'clock in the morning, I could do that. Here, no, they're gonna be looking at me like, Trinity, what are you doing? Where are you going? No young lady should be out at that time of night. And, you know, granted, do I have any business being at that time of night? No, but like that, if that's something that I wanted to do, I could do it. So not being able to come and go as I please has definitely been hard, because there have been times where I jumped in the car and I just left, and then I would come back and it's like people, like my parents would be like, well, where were you? Like, why? And I'm trying to figure out, well, why are y'all getting so like crazy? Like, y'all do realize I was like taking care of myself for 4 years when I was in Atlanta, and they were like, oh, well, we know, but you're here now. And it's just like, oh, my bad. So that's been an adjustment. That has not been easy, especially because I feel like in my eyes I'm grown, but apparently that's not how things work around here. So another like hard thing about like just being back home is everybody's like on different like sleep schedules, or everybody's pretty much on like the standard sleep schedule. You know, they're asleep throughout the night, and you know, they're awake during the day. And like with college, you know, you got your classes are sporadic. You could have 2 in the morning, 1 in the late afternoon, and then 1 at night. And you know, we're us college students, we're just so used to pretty much get it where you can, like that, be it sleep, food, social time, like get it where you can. And you know, we really don't like go by like the regular circadian clock. You know, your body should be asleep by this time, be asleep from this time to this time, or you should be eating at this time. It's really like get it where you can. And when I came home, it's just it was hard because everybody would be asleep by like 9:30. I'm like, well, dang, first of all, it's Friday night. Nobody like, I almost wanted to ask my family what the moves is, but there are no moves. They got work in the morning, or you know, or it's the weekend, and you know, everybody's tired from the weekend. It's just like, well, dang, like I'm tired from the week too, but the weekend started, so what are we doing? But it's really not like that. I had to be more conscientious. Whatever that word is, I had to be more aware of the fact that they were asleep, and I just couldn't be like up in the kitchen cooking a whole meal at midnight, which I used to do. Just this, that, and the third. You know, I wasn't up like at all crazy hours of the night, but I used to like be going to sleep a lot later than what they do now. They go to sleep like 9:30. I'm like, I don't know if I could be crying, you know. Usually I be like getting off of work or something like that, about to do some homework, make something to eat, you know. I don't know. I would just be doing whatever in my apartment because it was my apartment. I could do whatever I wanted at any time of day or night. So one of the most difficult things that I've been having to adjust to, or that I've been dealing with since I've been home, is social isolation. So what I mean by social isolation is I am the only one of my friends that had graduated this year, and I only have a few friends up from like where I'm from. So everybody else is still in school and everybody is working as well. It's been a little bit hard for me, and with seasonal depression and things of the sort, like I tend to need to rely on my support system a little bit heavier than I do and I guess like during any other time of the year. I'm not sure. Maybe it's something with daylight savings. Maybe the mercury is in Gatorade. Maybe I don't know. But the seasonal depression she's depressioning. Okay, she's working, and you know, we're just on like different schedules right now. Like we're all just on different schedules, and it's been super hard to like make something happen. And I get frustrated a lot of the times because it's like nothing is happening, and it's like I don't know anybody else here. I don't really talk to people that like I graduated from high school with besides like my few friends here. I just really don't socialize up here. There's really not a lot of opportunities for me to socialize. And it's been hard. I miss my school friends a lot. Like we live in different parts of the country. I live close to one, you know, Imani. I live close to her, but you know, that's still a troop, and everybody else is just kind of sporadic. And even though like we text, it just doesn't fulfill that same void as far as like socializing in person, being able to go out and do stuff and interact and socialize. A little psychology in there, okay? Eric Erickson was a psychologist, and he studied psychosocial development, came up with the psychosocial development model. And basically during our, you know, if you're around my age, a little bit older, during young adulthood, our psychosocial stage is intimacy versus isolation. And it pretty much talks about the fact that, you know, it's normal for people our age to crave intimacy and to develop closer relationships outside of our family, such as like with friends or romantic partners. Sometimes I can't tell like if I'm being a little bit too sensitive, but you know, I feel it. Like it hits home. Like it really triggers my depression. Like when I don't know how to say it, because sometimes, like a lot of the times, I'm a very let's just put it like this. I enjoy my solitude. I really do. However, that doesn't mean that I want to be alone all the time. I have friends for a reason. And it's hard when it's hard. What's hard about it, especially life after college, is going home or being home and then going to work and then just coming back home. Like there's nothing to break up the monotony of like that routine. And part of the depression is anhedonia, which means, you know, you're just losing interest in like the things that you used to love or the things that you used to do. I used to paint, you know. I used to love playing The Sims. I don't do that anymore. All I really do is go to work, and I come home, like I watch TV, and then I work second shift. So while everybody is gone at school, I work during the day, I'm at home, and then by the time they're getting ready to get off work and come home from school, I am getting ready to go to work. So it's like I don't get a lot of interaction. I mean, like I do at work, but that I'm working, so I don't get a lot of like socialization, I should say, outside of that, like outside of my normal routine. And like if you go a while without somebody like talking to you and like being like social and going out and doing stuff like this and just having fun with like people your age, you start like you'll start to feel it. So I hope this video didn't scare people that like are currently matriculating through college, or people that are getting ready to go off to college pretty soon and don't really know what, you know, 4 years later or 4 years down the line things are going to be looking like for them. I just want, you know, to bring awareness to things that some of us, if not all, some of us post-grad students do kind of go through, you know, some kind of mental pressures that are just on our mind, things that we go through, things that are completely normal to feel, to think, to act, to say. And I hope this video was helpful, you know, if you were just looking for something to kind of give you a little reassurance, you know, if you are a post-grad student too, you know, you're not crazy. If you're feeling these things too, you know, me too, sis, or bro, whatever. And I just thank you for watching this video. I have more videos up, so please go ahead and look at all of those, you know, view them for me, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.